Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. Right to the air from the 30 on the first play. And they're going to get him again. Remarkable. How about that to start the game? 2 sacks on the first 2 plays.
This is a defensive coordinator just testing the waters. How is your protection plan? Do you have a plan for any linebacker or second-level pressures? Well, I think we got the answer in this one because they had no answer for it, and you can bet he's going to continue to dial those up.
Tight end motioning left. Second down, Jackson. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch.
Into space. Now he's loose down the right sideline. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Baltimore. Touchdown number 7 for him on the year. Aubrey, good with the extra point. And the Ravens will take a 7-0 lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. A safe kick taken at the 5. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Look at him go. And he's going to take this one coast to coast. 95 yards. Touchdown, Cleveland. You talk about a response. After the offense goes down the field and gets a touchdown, the special teams unit comes back to get the 6 right back for the other side.
And I've been there, Mike. You find yourself on offense, you watch your opponent go down and get a touchdown, and you're saying amongst each other, you're saying, hey, we're going to get the ball back. Let's go get one of our own. But in this case, the return unit says, no, offense, you stay on the sideline. We got this. And they go back and get a score of their own.
This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it up. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. That one knocked away and incomplete.
He just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
Jackson now on 2nd down. This one complete downfield to Walker. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
They'll run with the former 7th-round draft pick, Isaiah Pacheco. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
The integrity of the defense, Mike, is based on every defender holding their gap. That's exactly what we saw out of this defensive tackle. Not only did he hold his gap, he's able to shed his block and make the play.
The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
3rd and long for Jackson. And that is incomplete. It was Jalen Watson who got the arm in there to break that one up. On for the field goal now. It's Brandon Aubrey. Good snap. Good hold. Good kick. And the Ravens will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead. Back out is Brandon Aubrey. He had the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. This is brought in downfield by Judy. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
1st and 10. Go. Up the middle they go. There he goes. Inside the 30. And he's out of bounds in great shape. Down at the 15-yard line.
There's a combination of footwork and vision. His ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
Cowboy 80. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
Throwing now from the gun. As he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That one brought in by James. And the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as the tackle's made at about the 5-yard line.
Barring some type of disaster with that big pass pickup, it puts them in position now where they feel like they can at least walk away with points off this drive. I just feel like it has to be 6. I feel like anything less than that will be a letdown.
This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's 1st and goal. Powering forward. He's in. Touchdown, Browns. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Here's Carty now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10. The shotgun, here's Jackson. Oh, he's going to find his running back downfield. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 70 yards. Touchdown, Baltimore. Aubrey now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Ravens move out to a 3-point edge, 17-14. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Check go.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. Now he'll run. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick 1st down.
Mike, this is an impressive run, especially considering the fact it was zone coverage. That's a lot of defenders with eyeballs in the backfield focused on the quarterback. So to be able to escape the pocket and pick up good yardage, really good play.
They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass, unmask the defense, and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside.
Come on, set. Go.
Now this time they'll look to throw. His pass, right side, going to be caught by Addison. Give him 14 on that one. It's a Browns 1st down.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. Can he get away? No! He's taken down behind the line. Good job by the defense with a negative play.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 37-yard line.
Now, faking the give, he'll let one go down the middle.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. Next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
3rd and long.
Let's go now.
Back to throw. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
What did he tell us in our production meeting this week, Mike? He takes such great pride in his coverage abilities, and after that play, it's pretty clear why.
Hardy's kick is good. And the Browns have tied it at 17.
And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Throwing Jackson. He's hit as he threw. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
On 2nd down, Jackson again. The coverage too strong that time. The ball batted away and incomplete.
sure there's any position on defense that's undergone as much of an evolution as the linebacker position. In the old days, they were the physical tone setters. They were the tacklers. But now, it's their ability to hold up in coverage, like you saw there, that allows you to keep those guys on the field for all 3 downs.
23 yards on that pass play. First down, Baltimore.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. If you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down. Now first carry here for Keaton Mitchell. And he's got it. First down. A pickup of 4.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A 4-yard pickup on the play. And the Ravens first down.
Jackson now. This one caught by Khalil Shakir. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3. They'll run with Pacheco. Pacheco, first down and more. The speed on display. He's in. Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, Ravens. So that is 2 touchdowns in this game, and now 15 for the year. On for the PAT is Aubrey. His kick is good, and the Ravens will go up by 7. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. The return starts from the 5. A good return as he takes it across the 30. They'll come up here, first and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down. He'll look to throw. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. So they'll talk over what to... So backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long.
Here we go, sack.
Now they'll set up to throw. This one is taken in downfield. Big completion. And how about that? 3rd and a mile. And they convert and pick up a first down.
Set up.
They'll look to throw. Open man downfield. It's Pittman. 20-yard pickup there. First down, Cleveland.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Go.
He'll drop to throw. That is caught. What a throw. Michael Pittman. Touchdown, Cleveland.
All week, we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But, Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time, and what a great job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket, let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball, and that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
That one over the back line of the end zone. The touchback means the drive will start at the 30. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. Now it's Jackson. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is. Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike, you never go broke taking a profit. And give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back, allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
And that is incomplete. He was trying to get that to Tez Walker. And it's going to be 3rd down.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
They'll try and run it here with Pacheco. And that call will not get it done. The defense ready, stopping him behind the line of scrimmage. It sets up 4th down. On for the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. And that one not going to have enough leg behind it. Not by a long shot. It is no good. And the score remains level. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
Let's go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Now a give up the middle. A pickup of 14 on that one. It's a Browns 1st down.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
And the D closes quickly. He's stopped after a gain of a yard. Roquan Smith there to bring him down. And good hard running will get him down close to a 1st down. Might be a yard short.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the 1st down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage, and in a lot of situations, it'll get you the 1st down, just not here.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard.
I'm not lying. Go!
Try to pick this one up on the ground. And I don't know. I think he is short. They are. They're going to mark him short. And that's going to bring up 4th down.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
79 Broncos. Check go.
They'll try to run. And he's going to have a Browns 1st down as they find a way to keep the chains moving on 4th down.
Little test of wills up front, huh, Mike? I mean, who wanted this one more? Who would get off the line quicker? Who would drive the other side backwards? Pretty impressive that not only are they the ones that won the battle, the defense knew what was coming and still couldn't stop it.
Ready, ready.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. Got a man coming across the field. He's got it. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
A short game, down to the 7. Now here's 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal at the Ravens 7-yard line.
He's going to keep, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Browns. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. The extra point from Carty is good. And the Browns will go up by 7. Here's Carty now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. And this one is fielded in the end zone. Will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. On 1st and 10, Jackson. He's got a man downfield. It's Shakir. That's another quick first down, and that's a 25-yard gain.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
And Mike, you know the best time to pick up first downs is? On first downs. Don't wait for 3rd down. We see it here. 3 plays in a row, 3 first downs on chunk plays, and this offense is rolling.
Look wide. Get this one complete. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. Here's a 2nd and 6. Back to throw, Jackson. Open man, the tight end, Brevin Jordan. And this drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback.
And he's into the end zone yet again. Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, Baltimore. That's his 3rd touchdown of the game, and it adds up to 16 now on the season. The extra point by Aubrey is good. And the Ravens will tie things up here in the first half. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. To the air now on 1st and 10. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
We tend to make NFL offense very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
He'll tuck it and take off. The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
I love this call, Mike. Second down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. He'll take off again. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the first down.
And this is one of the downfalls to man coverage, Mike. Anytime the defender's eyes are so locked in on their responsibility, there's not a lot of guys with eyes on the quarterback. In this case, he escapes the pocket, becomes a runner, and there is a lot of room to operate.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down? Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
He'll go right and find his running back.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Browns get 3 here late in the first half to take the lead.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
A first down throw for Jackson. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Jackson now on second down. He'll air one out for Higgins. It hangs up a bit too much. It's intercepted.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
They'll put Addison in motion. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So we hit halftime here in Cleveland, and the Browns are in front as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. 3 points, all that separates these two sides, as half number 2 kicks off. Here comes a return from the 3. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Move this forward out to the 29-yard line. TJ Tampa up to make the play. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment.
Got it. Ready?
Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's go.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
3rd and 9.
Here we go. Here we go. Seven Pirates. Get up.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. A throw right side is intercepted. Picked off by Derwin James. Whoa. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. The defense comes up with the big play, and the pick 6 changes all the momentum. New leader in this one with that touchdown.
Mike, this is one of those plays at the end they're going to look back on and say that play changed the game. Not only do you create the turnover, you take it back the other way, and now you find yourself with the lead here in the second half.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. Now an opening past the 30. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Back to throw here to begin the drive. This throw right side pulled in by Pittman. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
You can't run plays like this, Mike, if you don't have incredible pass protection. I mean, he started on the left side of the formation, and look how far he had to go across the field before that ball was caught. That's going to take time. That's going to take a lot of trust in that quarterback, in his protectors, to know he can stand tall in that pocket and wait for his receiver to break open.
After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Second and a yard. Back to throw. This pass caught by Judy. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. Well, they weren't going to get him the second time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain. On 2nd and 10, they'll try to throw. Taking off. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a first down.
Well, sometimes as a quarterback, when you decide to pick up those yards with your feet, you got to pay a price. And in this case, he takes a big shot, but not before he's able to pick up that first down.
He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down. He'll look to throw. And Marlon Humphrey is there, and he picks it off. And the Ravens are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 9-yard line.
On the ground to start the drive with Pacheco. And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. That's taken in by Shakir. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker. Be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. That's exactly how it played out here. You can draw up all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
He'll swing one out wide to Pacheco. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
On third down, they go with Pacheco. And he'll get this to the 35. That's good enough for the first down.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the first down.
Jackson now to throw on first down. They're trying to set up the screen here with Pacheco. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Second down. Jackson. Short pass, take it in. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds. So no turnover, and it's actually going to wind up a first down. In motion comes Walker. Now, Jackson. A throw left side, going to be intercepted. And he's going to be out of bounds, but he has his offense set up in great field position inside the red zone. Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. On the bootleg, and he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 17-yard line.
Pretty evident that the defense is just giving no time of day to any run actions. They are playing pass all the way, and he can continue to give as many play-action fakes as he wants. It hasn't affected anybody, and in this case, it results in a sack.
And the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Sudden change. So you find yourself defensively a little bit on your heels. Your offense just turned the ball over, and now you've got to go out and make a stand. Well, so far this offense has moved the ball pretty quickly, but can they dig in and at least force a field goal?
They'll go with the sneak. And he will drive his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown, and Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench, going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field, and results in a nice touchdown.
This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. They'll send their tight end left. Now Jackson. They'll set up the screen. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. The Browns have it.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
Let's go.
Now they'll set up to throw. And he's into a slide to avoid the contact. Does so successfully, and it's a first down. A first down there. Gain of 14 yards.
We've seen this quarterback have some effective plays with his legs all game today, Mike. He knows when to stay in there and look to pass, but he also knows when it's time to tuck it and go, and he's able to pick up good yardage there.
Now a deep ball toward the end zone. He was looking for Michael Pittman with that one, and it'll bring up second down. They'll look to throw. He doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. One of the Ravens has it.
You know, Mike, with the importance being placed on yards after the catch, we're seeing more and more guys really emphasize turning into a runner as soon as possible. And, of course, it's a critical part of today's modern offense. But the part you have to remember, the yards are never more important than protecting the ball, so it needs to continue to be stressed. Yes, we want the big explosive play after the catch, but never at the expense of the ball.
We'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
He's already been a little reckless with his decision-making up until this point, Mike, and now it almost backfires on him again. He has to do a better job of finding the matchups, finding the space on the field, so everything is not a forced ball into these tight windows.
Oh, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly in his 3rd and 10. Here's a ball thrown deep right sideline. And he's out of bounds inside the 30. And a much-needed one as well. 52 yards.
They really showed off their connection on that pitch and catch, Mike, and just really good ball placement and really good separation downfield. And when those two things align, it's just really challenging for a defender to stay with them and take that play away.
Out of the pistol, it's Pacheco. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. One of the tight ends motions right. From the gun, Jackson. This one is hauled in. Are the feet in bounds? Yes! Touchdown, Ravens. His 2nd TD of the game. And before the try, remember, it is a touchdown. All scoring plays are reviewed, so replay will confirm this one before we do anything else. So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board.
Makes the score, Ravens 45, Browns 41.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
On the 30-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. Here's a zone read to start the drive. And nothing doing on that one. He'll go down behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. He'll drop to throw. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Derwin James. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. So, no shortage of offense in this one as we end the 3rd. Here's a handoff to Pacheco. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard. Now it's Jackson. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath. Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far. They're just trying to extend the lead here, and this is definitely one they're going to want to have back.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
Come on, set. Cowboy 80.
They'll begin here on the ground. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
From out of the gun, he'll throw. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's third down. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
And on that third down, they thought an easy way to pick it up and get some positive yards would go to their quick game, but it didn't seem like the receiver and the quarterback were on the same page, and now brings up fourth down.
He's got a receiver. It's Addison. The drive stays alive. They got 23 yards on fourth down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
What a pickup, a gain of 18, and it sets up first and goal.
That's a really important pickup there on that last completion. Not only does it set up first and goal, but allows everybody in the huddle to just take a deep breath. We're no longer in this frantic offensive possession. Let's get our best play. Let's make sure everyone understands what to do, because we know we need to finish this off with 6 if we can. And now,
and he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. Javonte Williams. Touchdown, Browns. Now this, an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10. Jackson looking to throw. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete.
This is a pass that just needs to be completed, Mike. The opportunity was there. His guy was open. They ran out of room a little bit there on the sideline. Couldn't quite get the ball up and down fast enough, and ends up being thrown out of bounds.
That's caught. It's the rookie from Penn State. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
As this game continues to come down to the wire, Mike, it just reminds us, this is where quarterbacks earn their keep. You are judged by how you play in these critical moments. In fourth quarter, down a score, it doesn't get much bigger than this.
Now he'll run.
Nothing open here downfield. I think it's a good job just getting to the edge, getting something positive, getting out of bounds.
Here's second and 6. They'll send a tight end in motion. On play action, here's Jackson. Open man, the tight end straight down the field. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. A first down throw for Jackson. And for a third time today, he's intercepted. Picked by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns are going to have the ball at their own 18-yard line.
Frankly, Mike, a disaster. And I don't know how else to classify it. I mean, that's now 5 turnovers 3 coming through the air. You're just not going to win games at this level playing and giving the ball away.
Ready up. Set. Go.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. That one brought in by James.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Let's go.
From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
Here we go. Here we go.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. They'll try to set up the screen here. He's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
And he'll get the first down there, a pickup of about 5 yards.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. Second and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Ready. Hut, hut.
Working from the shotgun, he'll hand this one off. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
Come on. Set. Set, go.
They'll drop to throw. And the rush gets there. Down he goes.
This is what you don't want to see out of your quarterback. As that pocket starts to collapse, the good ones, they can keep their eyes downfield and feel the rush. They don't need to see the rush. Here, his eyes go down. He starts moving around the pocket. Nowhere to go with the ball, and they bring him down for a sack.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. This is 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. A pass right side going to be taken in by Walker. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. On 1st and 10, Jackson. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments in the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
Here's second down. Back to throw, Jackson. And he'll don't just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. He didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
The game is there for the taking. They control their own destiny, but this brings up a really big third down here. But remember, they don't have to force it and push the ball past the sticks. Even if they come up short, they still have fourth down in their back pocket to try to extend this drive and see if they can pull out the win here late.
That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on fourth down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation, and right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game.
That is hot. He finds Walker. And he's going to have the Ravens first down. They'll have it by a lot. It turns out to be a big gainer on fourth down. To the air one more time with Jackson. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he's going to be brought down. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their second. And they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Here we go. First and goal. Jackson up top again. That is caught. And he's brought down, but they are out of timeouts.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1 yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line.
Jackson going to keep this one himself. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. Aubrey good with the extra point. And the Ravens have taken a 4-point advantage. Down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away. This will be returned from the 6. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here's first and 10.
Let's go now.
Here we go. One final play. Oh, he can't get rid of it, and he's taken down.